Good morning, everybody. I am Susan Culhane from Nulty Insurance, and I'm coming to you from our new Nulty Nook. This is a new area at the agency, and you guys will be seeing a lot more of that out on our social media platforms and other communications. So we're excited to have this room available to us. But I am joined with my coworker, Carrie Nicholson. A lot of you know Carrie. And then we have two guests from a partner, Zyway partner. We have Robert and Jamie from Zyway. And so this webinar is based on all education for you on our client portal that we give to all of our clients. And you have access to this if you have not received a login, and if you're interested after you go through the webinar, then please just reach out to your Nulty contact, because we're here to get you signed up and teach you about some of the new things that we have on the client portal that we're excited to show you. So other things, let's just get started here. I am going to share my screen. And Robert is going to be managing the Q&A. So if you have any questions as we go through this, please make sure that you put it in the Q&A and Robert will answer during the session. But then, like I said, if you have questions afterwards, just email your Nulty rep and we'll be happy to answer those for you. So here is the client portal. This is called the Breakfast Club. You can't laugh at the name, but this is the client called the Breakfast Club. And so this is what the home screen looks like. When you log on, this is your home screen. You can set this up and have it look different ways, maybe on what your interests are. And so I'm not going to get into a lot of the settings of you signing up for relevant topics, but just know that you can pick and choose what might be important to your day-to-day work. So if you concentrate on HR and benefits, it can be that. If you concentrate on risk management and safety, you can basically pick your preferences on what you would like to see. But this is my inbox because I basically ask for everything. So my inbox will show most relevant information that's happening today in our world in the past week or month. So what is important? Then it also has on here most recent apps that I have been looking at, recently used is on this home screen. But here's where you treat it as your own personal Google for anything HR related. So you can do searches here. It's like your easy button, basically, when you're using the client portal. So if I want to search something here, I can just search, let's say I want to search FML. Type in family, medical leave. Do that, do a search, and it's going to come up with a lot of information here. I probably shouldn't have chosen one that was so vast, because family medical leave can be something that we have different leaves in different states. Oh, sorry, guys. I don't know why. Of course this was going to happen. You knew this was going to happen. It is taking so long. Well, I am going to stop. Go ahead.
I just go ahead and reload that tab. I think the session might have been open a minute. Sometimes you gotta,
okay.
Yeah. If you just right click on that client portal tab and hit reload, it should do you.
Click here.
Up the very top there, the little green, the very browser tab at the very top.
Okay, that could be because I probably had it. I did have it open for a while, so.
Get the first one out of the way. It always does that. Just to make
sure
it
happens. Let's just do. I'll try it again. There we go. Thank you, Robert. So here are all kinds of information on family medical leave. So Georgia has their own, Florida, Ohio. So it just goes into if a state has specific, for example, Indiana does. The other ones that I just mentioned are more of the general federal family medical leave. But if a state does have something specific, like we know California's is really robust, you can just view it, and it is right there. So there's all kinds of information that you can search here. What I also like about this is you can choose the format that you want to present in. So I am going to delete this. I am going to put wellness in. and I can choose the different types of format. A lot of you might be in charge of coming up with some type of a newsletter. So you just pick newsletter, and here's the newsletter. It's already done for you. You can put your own logo on it and to make it look like you have done this, and then send it out via email. You can put it up in break rooms, whatever you might want to do with this. It's done right at your fingertips for you. The format is a really nice thing to have that option for. All right. So let's go down the tab to the left here, the content library. If there's certain things that you might want to look for in certain areas, they have these forms and policies right here. So you can, again, click on that. Look at your format you might want to choose. Select the topic. And here's, for example, a receipt of harassment policies. So they have a lot of information in here. You just have to search for what you might be looking for. All kinds of employee benefit information is listed. If you go over here to this tab, you can choose maybe what you in particular might be looking for under employee benefits. So you have the DOL audits. It's going to talk to you about those right there. This is more just a snapshot informational. What does this mean if I do have a DOL audit? Recruiting and hiring, pick that tab. And if you want to look at any type of particular industry, you can do that. So basically, you have a lot of information at your fingertips and what might be pertinent to your business, because everybody is a little bit different what they might be looking for. It also might depend on your point in your career. Are you brand new to HR benefits? Or are you more of a seasoned HR person? So depending on what you're looking for, maybe you hired somebody brand new and they have no idea what type of interview questions are illegal to ask. So all of this information, again, is right at your fingertips when you go through the content library, or like we did earlier, we searched it. Anything else in that area, Robert, that you would recommend?
No, Susan, I think you did a great job. Just, keep in mind the Zywave content will be along those topical headings on the left. And then for more information, just like Susan said, those follow-up, what does it mean? Who's it for? What does it do? Informationals on the right side with links to some external sources as well. So you have basically an all-in-one, let's get the Zywave content. What can we push out? And then how can we follow up? And what does it mean in a greater context? So great job.
When you want to, all you need to do is hit this down arrow. And if you want to download it, it can be a Word document or a PDF. And what I like about their communications, especially if it's in the Word document, is if there's something on there that you don't necessarily think is pertinent to your organization, you can just delete it off. And you can put your own logo on there, all those types of things. Basically, you can customize it to what works best for your organization. All right, now we're going to get into some of the apps that I really, really like. And we've had this be used a lot recently in the past few years. I'm going to start down below with the salary benchmarking. I can't tell you how many requests Carrie and I get, and now we have two other HR benefit consultants on our team. Abby and Allison have joined us, but a lot of people come to us about salary benchmarking. They want to know, I'm going to hire somebody in California. Do you have any idea what might be the appropriate wage for California versus Michigan? As we are all looking at hiring remote workers, this is a very, very helpful tool, and it's probably one of our most highly utilized tools. So we're going to walk through the salary benchmarking. And you can choose how you want to search a job. You can do by a certain title, or you can select a job family. Either one of those will work. So I'm going to just choose a job family. I am going to, let's do business and financial operations. And let's say I want to hire, well, we'll just do an accountant. I want to hire an accountant. I'm going to hit next. Then I'm going to scroll back up to the top here. And where do I want to hire an accountant? Well, let's say we're going to hire an accountant in California. Then I'm going to select, this gets very granular. Where do I want to hire? What area of California do I want to hire? So let's say I'm going to loop, where do I want to live? I really don't want to live in LA, but let's just choose LA. So then I can even choose the county. So we do LA. And now here is my wage information for an accountant in that particular county in LA. So it gives you your low, medium, and high wage right there. So instead of you searching all over, you have this right at your fingertips because you're a client of ours and a partner of ours. So we have utilized this many, many, many times. Oh, if you want to get started, just go back here. Now let's type in, I will type in a human resource. Let's just do an administrator. I'm going to hit next. I'm going to be able to choose. It will give me options here. Is this person going to be an assistant with the exception of payroll and timekeeping, or is it going to be an HR manager? Let's just do an HR assistant. Hit next. We're going to do it in Michigan. We will go, let's just do Ann Arbor. And then there, again, right at your fingertips. And it breaks it down in the United States, state of Michigan, and then in Ann Arbor. So we have utilized this many, many, many times. The other one that is highly used here is if you are going to the total compensation statement builder. We have people ask us quite often, what can I do? How can I show the value of working at ABC company? And this particular tool, I'm going to show you actually an example at the end because it's a Word document and I don't want to stop and sharing and go to Word right now, but I will show it to you at the end. So this is something that we have clients utilize. You input the information. If they want to do it at someone's performance review, or if you want to just do it one time for your entire team, you can input everybody's information and it gives you a nice printout, I don't want to, or link that you can just share with the employees. And that way they have all the information, like what is my total compensation working at ABC company? And it breaks it up and it can be as granular as you want it to be. So not only their wage, but then all their benefits, you can include any fringe, you can include work comp insurance. So it really, you can decide how you want to show that total compensation. And like I said, I will show you an example of that at the end. The other one is sample job descriptions. We can launch that kind of in the same way the salary one went. Let's do an accountant again. And I'm going to just pick accountant. Oops, my next screen. I will choose, let's just look in Wisconsin. Pick the region. Not only is it going to give me the wage information, but it also is going to give me the job description. And here's the wage chart if I go down right here. But also, it's going to give me all the basic skills, social skills, technical skills. Again, you would download this in a Word document and you can pick and choose what is relevant to your organization. So right at your fingertips again. So that is the HR apps. Now we're going to get into the compliance apps. A few of our clients use our system for ACA reporting. I would say those clients are clients that do not have an HRIS system, or their payroll company does not do ACA reporting. So just know the system does have ACA reporting as part of it. There's also the benefit document builder, and there's a compliance poster builder, federal poster advisor, an FMLA advisor. But probably the most common one on this page is the multi-state law comparison tool. This one is also heavily utilized. So you can select states that you want to compare. Say you have employees in Michigan, but you also have employees in Florida, and you have an employee in Washington. So you just pick the states that you want to compare. You hit next. It says if you decide when to select all, you can decide whether you want to select all or not. You don't need to. And then you can decide if you want to do across the top, or you can have whichever way. You can have the states across the top, or you can have the regulation across the top. And then you hit create chart. And here's all the information you need to know about the particular laws in those states. And then the states appear on the side. So it is really a very helpful tool, especially if you have multiple states. I find, again, Robert, tell me if I'm wrong, but this is probably one of the more highly utilized applications as well.
Yes, ma'am. That and the salary benchmarking tool. So you hit the
okay.
the heavy hitters straight away. Well done.
Okay. Do we have any Q&As that we need to answer?
Susan, we just had one. Aaron, thank you so much for your question again, and it was answered in the modal. But the question was, is there any way in the salary benchmarking tool to compare with other qualifiers like education level and years of experience? Shortly, no. The region is our only differentiator available in this tool. I can go back and see if we have that data somewhere behind the scenes. Might be able to access, and it would be another method. But as far as the available tool right now, it's just region is our differentiator. Great question,
right.
though.
Yeah, that is a really, really good question. All right. One thing I wanted to also show you under the our apps is the Enrollment Booklet Builder. I'm going to actually go and share my screen, my separate. But this has been a new addition to the client portal, is the ability to put your benefit guide, people call it benefit booklet, whatever you want to call it, out online. So there's simply a link that you can send your employees for anything benefit related for your organization. I'm sharing Kalamazoo County governments because this is public information. And so it's out there for everybody to see anyway. But this is their online benefit guide. So if their employees have any questions, they can go out and they can send them the link, and it's right there. Instead of printing off, everybody's trying to save paper. We're all trying to save paper. So this is created where you can just toggle down. They can scroll and look at it this way. Just scrolling like you would if you're reading it, or say your spouse says, hey, what is our dental plan? I have no idea what our dental plan is. So then you can just click and you go to dental. It makes it really easy to just have this online booklet versus the paper that nobody can find. We find our clients also use this for recruiting purposes. So if you have somebody that you're recruiting, you're interviewing, and they want to know what your benefits are, you can just send them this link. This is something that we can help create for you, or you have the access to create it on your own. The other great thing about this is if you make changes or Nulty makes any changes, we just have to publish those changes and that link is live all the time. So it's there. So if somebody even looked at it from 2 years ago, the most updated information will be there as long as those changes are published. So it's a really great tool to put everything online and have it available that way. The thing that we want to make sure is that all the notices are included, the annual notices that you are required to give your employees. So we'll just scroll down this way. Hang on, I got to move all the pictures on my screen. And here are all the notices that you are required to give your employees. So it's everything is in one place when it comes to making sure that you are compliant. And they have 4 pages of notices because they have opted to put some of the Medicare Part D and Marketplace notice, all of that right in one place. So it's a very easy to use tool to give to your benefit eligible employees and to anybody you might be recruiting. All right, so let's go back. Now we're going to talk about something that is new, and we are super excited about this. So this is a learning management system that just came out last year, and this gives you the ability to track any type of educational trainings that you might be required to do as an organization. And I'm going to bring up the course catalog. Click on that link right there. And you can search here if you want, or you can scroll down all the courses. Let's say, we all are required to do harassment training. So I type in harassment, and then here are all the options that you have available in harassment. Tells you the link. You can preview the courses. The other great thing is a lot of the content on Zywave is available in Spanish. So not only in these trainings, but some of the written material as well is available in Spanish. So you do have that option. Right now, it's the only language that's out there, but just know there is an opportunity for you to provide this to your Spanish-speaking employees. You can see all of the different types of harassment training out there for all different areas of the country, etc. is right here. We also, you might want to use it for some type of let's just type in safety. So here are all the different type of learning modules on safety. We all know that OSHA has their requirements. So all of the OSHA required trainings should be out here. Again, you can preview them to see if you like them by just hitting the preview course. You can assign from this screen, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. You can see the duration, because obviously you want some of these to be pretty short and sweet. Otherwise, they lose attention. There are going to be quizzes that are going to be part of this, just to make sure it's more like a pass-fail for the ones that are required. Just know that. And someone had asked us, like, do you have an answer key for all of these? And there is no answer key. It's just they have to take it and it's a pass or fail. It is just a great thing to have at your fingertips. So how this works in general is you can assign by class, you can assign by groups of employees to make it easy on how you are going to manage this. So you would just go up to this button. You can, once you upload your employees, I should say, and remind me, Robert, that is an Excel spreadsheet that they can upload, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. And so you would just upload all the employees that need to go through some type of training, and you would assign their courses. And then you can tell how they're doing and what needs to happen. So, and here's really easy how you can delete assignments. Here's your import button, add an employee, assign courses. So they have made this very easy. Carrie and I were joking when this first came out last year that we remember having to buy like manuals for these types of trainings, or we had to come up with it ourselves. And you were just like, oh my gosh, I have no idea how to do a confined space training or material safety data sheet training or whatever it might be. And now you have everything at your fingertips, and it's pretty easy to manage as well. So here's your group management tab, more about importing, course catalog. You can keep track of your training right here, and almost every screen has a help and training as well. So if you need help, not only do you have your partners at Nulty, but we have the partners at Zywave too that can walk you through this. So any questions on this that we can talk about for the learning module? Anything
Susan,
in the Q&A? Yeah.
We have a few in the Q&A. We just answered a question regarding trackability of employee progress. We absolutely do. On the home page, there is a run report functionality for admins that will show completion status, progress, enrollments, etc. So it's all very easy, one click right there. We also have Kimberly's asking, how are the employees accessing the training modules? Yes, so when they are assigned to the LMS system first, they'll receive a welcome email to establish an account. And if you choose to assign them as part of their account creation, that email will come all in one. And for each subsequent assignment that the employee is assigned to, for lack of better words, they will receive an additional enrollment email where they can click in and start the course. Susie is asking, can we load specific training outside of what you have preloaded? There is an opportunity to do that. Essentially, if you work in SCORM, if you can provide a SCORM file, that's SCORM. It's just the general kind of generic LMS, basically building block format for course creation. We can upload that and make that a course. If you have any questions about that, you can reach out to me, the team directly, and we can get that facilitated as well. And Cheryl's asking, are toolbox topics available in these courses? We have general safety courses. There's a number of them, like forklift driver safety, lift safety, ladder operation safety, I think was in there at one point, if not right now. So there are kind of interweaving courses that address, toolbox talk type formats. We definitely have some folks that are using that as a bit of a set to kind of tee off their session. Jimmy and I just worked on a customer that's configuring that currently. So yeah, we do have some intersections with toolbox topics.
All right, did you answer all your Q&As there?
And we are clear, and I will type the text to those and make sure we get those logged as well when we continue.
Perfect. Well, we talked to a couple clients about this in the last few months, and they were telling us, oh my gosh, we're vetting systems right now, and they might cost us thousands of dollars. And so we were just able to say, well, listen, just compare what you have at your fingertips with Nulty and see if that will satisfy what you need, at least for the most part. And so the great thing is you have all of this information available to you. It may not be perfect for everybody, but at least you have the general build for an LMS, and you can utilize it, and it comes at no cost to you. So we were very excited about the addition of this system. So here's what the home looks like. So this is what you will see when you log on. It's going to show you your employee assignments, your reporting, so you can run reports. So if you have a supervisor out on the floor that says, hey, how many people have completed X training, you can just run a report right at your fingertips and show that to them. Here's your training, and you manage your employees right here, and you manage your groups right on this home screen. So it's pretty visually appealing as well. Okay, so that is the LMS. Other things that we have available, and I want to watch our time, is you can actually, if you want, with our help, build a handbook out in this portal as well. And what I like about it is it gives you a general template, and it's going to give you the federal regulations that you need to make sure that you cover. It's quite robust, and I'm going to show you an example of this because that's also a Word document. So I'll show you the total compensation statement, and I'm going to show you a sample handbook. But what we do as your partners is we can start off this as your template, and then we customize it based on what your needs are. So you may not care about some of the policies that are in there, or you might say, oh my gracious, this is way too long. My employees will never read it. They more than likely probably won't read it anyway, but at least they have access to one and that you've done it. And so there's an acknowledgement there that you can have them sign, but that's when we work with you on customizing it. We have clients that are all about employee handbooks, and some of them could be 100 pages long. We have other clients that say, I want to do it all in 10 pages, and I want pictures, and I want it to be fun. And so just know that we can help you with those types of projects if need be, but this is a really great tool to get the language that is appropriate. And we always say to have your attorneys review this because obviously they would be defending you if need be, but it really helps in that process, and it can save you a lot of money, to be perfectly honest, not having your law firm build it, but you come in with a template and then they can review it with you and make the suggested changes that might be appropriate for whatever states that you might have employees in, et cetera. So it's a really great tool to have. That is in the handbook section right there. Let me go back to the home page, and I also want to talk a bit about HR Hotline. This is something that you can ask a question. This is the home page. You just write your question in here. Because there's 4 HR benefit consultants on our team, we get a lot of questions. So you might want to use this after hours if you have something coming up. I hope you're not working too much in the evening, but if you are, you can throw out a question there. You can search your questions if you've asked something in the past. Just know that you have other people. These are all certified HR people. It is not legal advice. I think we should make sure that we state that. It's not going to be legal advice, but these are all certified HR professionals that would be answering this HR hotline. We do have access on our own to 2 different law firms. So if you happen to have an HR situation that you just aren't sure about, please bounce it off your compliance team here at Nulty. And if we feel that you need to get some legal advice, we will throw it out to our attorneys, the question, and that way you do not have to pay an attorney to get those questions answered, and they can guide you in which way that you might need to go. And if you do need to hire an attorney to walk you through those. So know that you have help as well in that area. Okay, just want to show you a couple different things. Anything else in the Q&A that we need to go over, Robert?
I just finished the text on the last one, so we're good.
Okay. Well, I am going to stop sharing my screen and show you some Word documents here. And this is the total compensation package. Let me grab it for you. So this is what it looks like. This is the end product. And again, you can, it will come in a Word document. You can pick and choose how you want the employees to view this. You can have the letter. You don't even need to show them the letter. And then this is what it's going to look like. Have all their benefits listed, the annual cost for employer, the annual cost for the employee. And like I said, this can get as granular as you want it to be. And then it will come up with their full compensation here, but also you can decide to add the miscellaneous and the descriptions here. This is what the output looks like. Again, you can change it. If you don't like the way it looks, feel free to do so. And then I'm going to also share with you what the handbook looks like. Hang on just a second. Here is Don't laugh at my picture, because you probably will laugh at it. So for those my age, you will remember the Breakfast Club. But this is just the handbook picture. And when you start looking at handbook, how it's produced, it's pretty generic. But it has every type of policy that you can ever imagine in this handbook, in this template. So if you need a dispute resolution policy, it's there. If you need an employee or social media policy, they put one in for Michigan, it's there. So it's very robust. It has everything you possibly could need. Obviously, we all should have a nursing mother's policy. So it's going to include all the policies that employers should have. But that doesn't mean you need them all, because this is 42 pages long. And maybe you don't want a 42-page long employee handbook. Here's an acknowledgement of a receipt. This is something that we all should have. And so you can cut and paste, change this however you want. It does have all of the general information that you would need to build a handbook. And it's a really, really good starting point. So Carrie, do you have anything else to add on that? I know you have definitely utilized this tool with some of our employers.
Yeah, I do get a lot of requests for the handbook. One of the things that's nice when you are building it, there are check boxes next to each of the policies. So if you know going into it, those policies you want to include, you just check those boxes and then all the other policies won't be included. So, you know, you don't necessarily have to start with the 50-page document. You just check what you want included, and that's what it'll produce. So it is very nice. And of course, it's going to cover, if you want it to, different states if you have employees that are working outside of the state of Michigan. So
absolutely. I think that's been, you know, I hate to say the swear word COVID, because I feel right now it is a swear word still, but it really has changed our world with the remote work and hiring employees in other states. And which is great if you have some type of a remote work policy or a hybrid situation. And so these types of tools at your fingertips really help. Like the state laws, the handbooks, all those types of things have been, and salary benchmarking, like I had mentioned earlier, is really a big one. So, okay, we are winding down here. Want to check my notes to make sure that I have covered everything, and I believe I have. Anybody have any other Q&A or questions you want to put in the Q&A that we can answer? While you're thinking about those questions, I just want to let you know that we have a couple more seminars coming up that we're super excited about. We are doing an HR benefits boot camp, and I know some of you who signed up today went to the ones that we've had in the past. They're lots of fun. If nothing else, just come for a fun time. But so our first one is going to be June 15th. It will be at Kalamazoo Country Club. We are going to have 10 different tables with subject matter experts at the tables. And this is going to be for people who are new to HR benefits, wellness, safety, or the more seasoned HR person that you might just want a refresher. So you literally are going to be like at a boot camp, and you're going to be at each table. I believe it's 12 minutes. And then we will have a battalion leader going around with a whistle, and then you're going to move to the next table. So you'll have Nulty members doing the tables, but we are bringing in some outside experts as well. So we're really looking forward to it. And our hope is to do it down in the St. Joe, Benton Harbor area as well. I believe the date is June 21st. We're just trying to nail down a location and time right now. So that's one that we have coming up in June. And then we always do a benchmarking seminar in August. Well, sometime in late summer, and we're going to, or early fall. This year, we're going to do it in August because so many of our clients are 1-1s and thinking about what can we do different. And so we are actually doing this benchmarking seminar a little bit different too. It's going to really focus on the different generations that are in the workplace. Some of us have 5 generations, which is a lot trying to figure out how do we manage the benefits for 5 different generations. how are we going to be satisfying those 20-year-olds that are coming into our workplace? And then also we have our 60-year-olds. So how can we put together a benefit package that will attract and retain all different generations? And so all of you in HR know this is a very hot topic. And so we just wanted to make sure that we are providing you valuable information. So we're going to be turning it a little bit different, and we will be doing an in-person seminar sometime. I believe it's August 16th in Kalamazoo. Looking at a date also in the St. Joe Benton Harbor area and possibly Grand Rapids too. So I think I have covered everything for our client portal. If you have any questions, follow-ups, if you don't have your login, please make sure you email your Nulty representative. We will be happy to get that information to you and get you signed up. Easy to use, you can't screw it up. If you don't find something that's out there, let us know, because we have something behind the scenes that is also, we can grab some information from another Zywave product that we purchased for our clients. And we can help you out with that. So just know there's access to benefit information, wellness, safety, anything HR that's out there. And hopefully you'll find it a very useful tool. And if you have any questions, you want another tutorial, just again, let us know and we're happy to help.